What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of River Ave Radio. It's been a little bit. The Yankees went from about probably 8-1, 7-1 around that the last time we talked to not so good since then. We are still above 500. We are recording this about 6 hours before Luis Gil goes out on the mound to protect us from 500 ball, and we will discuss how we feel about that. But Kyle, how are you doing on this beautiful day? The weather in New York is nice. I don't know how it is in DC.
It's nice. I haven't actually gone outside yet today, so I can't speak to it fully, but it is at least hot. And I don't know if it's DC hot yet where it's 85 degrees with 110% humidity and I'll want to kill myself, or if it's going to be nice 85 degrees like it was yesterday. But regardless, we will be watching the Yankees no matter what, unfortunately. The Yankees are, I think, one game above 500. They're 9-8 while we're recording this, and we are relying on 2026 Luis Gil to keep us from dropping to a 500 record. The entire American League has genuinely been kind of ass. Like, I think the
Yeah,
Twins have the best record in the American League right now. So, it's not been good for anybody, which makes me feel a little better, but it also pisses me off because if we just didn't choke, we could probably be like 5 games ahead of everybody else in the entire league right now.
yeah, and again, like it's already frustrating because like there were obviously there have been games that weren't winnable. Like last night they lost like 7-1. Just the offense wasn't there. But like on the night where they kept Paul Blackburn in to face Cal Raleigh and he walked it off, like that's a game where we could have now been we're 9-8. We could have been 10-7. Like that's
The
and
first
that's
4 games we lost were all one-run
yeah.
defeats. Like we realistically could have gone 4-0 in those games. Like even in any sport, like a one-score game is considered like it could have gone either way. And some of those games didn't really feel like it could have gone either way, but just statistically speaking, like we probably should have won at least 1 or 2 of those games. And at the time, that would have been that mattered more to me. But now that we lost whatever, like 7 out of our last 8 or something, it doesn't really feel like that matters. It feels more so like we're just not playing very well, and that's why we lost those games. Not that we got unlucky.
Yeah, and it's really unfortunate, and I tweeted about this the other day. It's unfortunate to be losing, period. It's especially frustrating to be losing when our divisional rivals and our, not even just division, the whole league is losing. And on top of that, when your pitchers are giving really, really good performances, like the pitching more or less has been pretty spot on, and we'll talk more about that. But before we jump into things, just want to remind everyone, please subscribe, follow, download, anything, leave a comment. We love hearing from you guys. We're looking forward to the season. We're both a little less busy. We're going to be starting up with some new content pushes, so we hope that you guys will be engaging with that as much as you have in the past, and we really appreciate you coming out and showing your support. So with that, let's get started on the offensive front. This has been kind of a major discussion point on Yankees Twitter, specifically in the last couple weeks or so since the season. People picked up on it pretty quick, but some of you may not be familiar, and that's okay. Not on Twitter like Kyle and I are all the time, and that's fine. But the Yankees have actually been significantly less aggressive in the zone specifically. Just to kind of give a broad overview, their zone swing percentage in 2025 was 67.4, and in 2026 it's 62.9. So that's a significant drop. You're going from almost 68 to 63. That's a 5% drop. But then when you kind of look at it a little bit more in the granular numbers, it looks a little even more concerning. They're 27th in heart swing percentage. So if you ever look at like a picture of the strike zone kind of broken down into several positions, they have that little the box in the center. That's the heart zone. So the
It's the
Yankees,
meatball zone.
it's the meatball zone, and the Yankees are swinging at currently the 27th lowest in baseball in the heart zone, and they are 26th in shadow swing percentage, which is kind of the zone right around it. Both of those are significant decreases from last year. They were one of the more aggressive teams in the heart zone last year and in the shadow zone as well. Their chases and whiffs have not gone down as much, or have stayed the same, and they haven't been chasing and whiffing a lot, which is good to see, but it's coming at the cost of them not swinging at all. Like they really have not been aggressive in the zone, and it's frankly a little concerning because that to me says that that's more of an organizational shift. I don't know.
I mean, this is kind of what I had a problem with during the playoffs too. Like they were just it felt like they were watching meatballs down the pipe like every game, and they just were not taking advantage of what the pitchers were giving them. And obviously like it's hard to hit a baseball. Like it's hard to say, "Oh, this pitch is going to go down the middle and not it's going to look like it's going down the middle and then drop 5 feet below the plate because pitchers are really good at throwing pitches these days." But I don't know, like the Yankees were one of the better teams at hitting meatballs last year, and it's like how you talk about you have to beat bad teams in baseball to have a good record. Like you need to swing at bad pitches to hit well. It's like being a good hitting team is not about spoiling pitchers' pitches on the edge of the zone. It's about taking advantage of when they make mistakes. And they're just not doing that this year. Like I saw Ryan Garcia tweet about this. Like they're one of the worst teams in baseball at swinging at strikes this year so far. Like they did a little bit better on the one game they've won over the last like week and a half with the Angels, where they scored, what do you know, 11 runs when they actually started swinging at baseballs in the zone. But I don't think it's an organizational thing. Like there's no possible reason that they would want to tell their hitters don't swing at pitches in the zone. And I think it probably will get better, but until they kind of like adjust, I think they should have adjusted already. Like it's concerning that they haven't adjusted, but I don't know. I'm not happy about it.
I am not either, and I'm actually checking something real fast because that made me what you said made me think of it. So last playoffs, their in zone swing percent. So their heart. Okay, I'm just gonna break this down. So in 2025 in total, and I'm cutting this off so it only includes the regular season right now. The regular season ended on like September 29th, right? Like they were playing playoffs in on like September 30th. That was so ridiculous. Utter woke nonsense. So their heart swing in 2025 regular season was 71.5, and their heart swing percentage in the playoffs was 68.9. So that's 2% less. Not a huge jump, but it is significant, and it is carrying over to this year. So I wonder really what that's about and why they don't stop doing that. Because
Yeah.
it's clear, like, yeah, they are an offense that prides themselves on how many pitches they can take, and they should. They're really good at that. But you shouldn't pride yourself on taking pitches in the hard zone. Like, swing the bat. What are we doing?
Yeah. There
Yeah,
are issues also with just general strikeout rate, but I don't think it's as bad as people think it is.
yeah.
Like, if off the top of your head, what do you think Jazz's strikeout rate is? Like, Jazz has been awful, but like, what do you think his strikeout rate is?
It's probably like I feel like I've seen him ground out to first more than anything, and that's what's been really frustrating. So I'm gonna go like around the same, say like 31.
Yeah, it's 30.3%. Which, for context, let me look
I
up
did
his.
not know
Let me
that.
look up.
I did not know that.
Yeah, his strikeout rate. Oh wait, sorry, I was looking at 2026. His strikeout rate last year was 28%. So like, he's not striking out meaningfully more. And then you look at all these other people, like Judge. Obviously, Judge has been getting much hotter as of late. Last year though, like he struck out 24% of the time, and this year he's striking out closer to 30% of the time, which is significant, but like that's definitely not a number that's foreign to Judge. Like in many of his great seasons, like 2023, he's striking out about that rate for the whole season. Like all these different times, like it's not the strikeouts that are killing us; it's that they're getting into bad counts, and then they're swinging at pitches that they don't know exactly where they're going to go, and they're grounding them out, or they're fouling them off, or any of these other things. Like Judge, obviously he's been better as of late, but he's been looking at more meatballs down the heart of the plate than anyone in the first couple games. Like
Yeah.
we watch every game, like we see it, especially Ryan with Judge on his fantasy team. It's especially frustrating, I'm sure. Like watching like a meatball go right down the middle to a guy that we all know can hit it 500 feet, and he just watches it.
Without the game the other without the Tampa Bay game, he would have finished with 3 points on the week last week in our league.
Yeah, he's
Ridiculous.
improving his season numbers just over the last like 4 or 5 games.
Yeah.
But these other numbers, like the strikeouts are bad, but it's not killing us. Like the only guy who's striking out at a like truly absurd rate is Randall Grichuk. He's striking out more than 40% of the time, and he's just bad. Like I don't expect Randall Grichuk to be good at baseball, even if the Yankees front office think he will be.
Yeah, I I'll get mad about Grichuk if he's still on the team in like June, but
Yeah, but I don't think
it's
that's gonna happen.
yeah, I just like it's really upsetting and whatever, but like I don't know. Jason Dominguez still can't play defense. Like I see a lot of people calling to call him up or whatever, and I understand he's been hitting pretty well from both sides, but like he still cannot play. Like that's why they sent him down. They said like the
Yeah.
batting was fine enough that like if he played good defense, they probably would have kept him up. The defense is not the defense of a major league baseball player. It is simply like he's like not catching fly balls is just like absurd from a major league
I don't
player,
know if
and it's
Yankees fans have
unacceptable.
like amnesia. Like we watched this
Yeah,
at the major league level. Like it's not like
in
we're
spring
hearing
training
tall
this year.
tales. Yeah, we'd have it like like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
I don't know. Like do we forget what we watch? Like do these people not? I generally think that some of these people don't watch the games.
yeah, no,
They
with that
just
they
are like,
don't.
oh,
They're too
Yankees
busy tweeting.
lose because Aaron Boone didn't put in
Yeah,
my guy in the fourth inning. Like, shut the fuck up. Sorry. Another person that you actually had said that you're pleased with him relatively. So I was looking more so at his numbers. Bellinger has been bad. I did not realize
yeah.
his end of
I
season or his this point into the season numbers were this bad. He has a on the season he has a 95 WRC plus, so he's been 5% below average. And over I use the date of April 8th as like the bad stretch, and that was
mm-hmm.
our first loss to the A's.
Yeah,
And over like the bad stretch, quote, he has a 5 WRC plus. He has a on base percentage of 190 and a slugging of 200.
yeah.
So this guy's been dog shit.
The slug has not been there even when I had said that I was happy with him because like I remember at the start of the year he was making pretty good contact and just kind of getting on base, but now he is like the slug and pop is still not there and he's not getting on base at all either. So
Yeah, do you know how many walks he has in this 7 day span?
probably none.
Zero. He
Yep.
has a 0% walk rate.
Yeah. So that
And
that's
it's not
cool.
like he's striking out a ton. He has a below 20% strikeout rate. He's just not doing anything well besides not striking out. Like hitting weak grounders doesn't count.
Yeah. I was gonna say I feel like with a lot of them it's been a lot of weak grounders like and pop ups that go barely out of the infield. Yeah. The
Yeah.
offense really like even when the slug just hasn't been there at all, and a lot of that comes from not swinging the bat at all. But a lot of it also comes from when they are swinging, they're not making good contact. Like it's been a big problem for the offense this year, and it's it's the reason I tweeted about this the other day. It's the reason why you're gonna find the Yankees at the bottom of the offensive leaderboards right now. You're gonna find the Dodgers at the top, even though neither of them really underwent that many personnel. Obviously, they added Kyle Tucker, but like
He hasn't even
we
been
should,
good.
yeah, he hasn't even been good, and we should still be at the top of those leaderboards. Like I don't understand where this is coming from. Like this, I don't
Yeah.
ever remember this being a problem last year, except for in the playoffs. And if you kind of look at it, it really like wasn't their swing decisions weren't really all that much different from the regular season.
I think the entire reason that we've been sucking on the offensive front is that uh, Bellinger's been like unplayably bad. He's
Yeah,
been worse than Jazz, who everyone hates on Jazz for being awful, which he has. Jazz has been atrocious, especially over the last week. Like we've been I thought that it might be getting a little better, but no, it's looking at the numbers, he's been worse than he was to start the year. And Giancarlo's also been bad. Giancarlo was a
yeah.
49
Giancarlo
WRC
Stanton's
plus
been
over last
really,
week.
really bad. Like I don't know why we're sacrificing Trent's place in the lineup to like sit to play Belly in center to play Grichuk so we can play Stanton. Like, and so obviously there's been a lot of discourse about playing Paul Goldschmidt and platoons and things like that. I don't have a problem with playing Paul Goldschmidt. He's been very good against left-handed pitching since the start of 2025. Like, this is not a small sample size thing, whatever. But like, I am opposed to playing Randall Grichuk over Ben Rice. Like, you can sit Stanton for a day if you want to play Goldie, or and I understand there's like they didn't really get him ready for catching, which I think was silly. Like, they wanted him to play first base, whatever. I don't really care. The situation is what it is. You can't change what happened in spring training, but there's absolutely no reason to be realigning the outfield to get Grichuk at bats. Like, that is just absurd. Play Belly and take Stanton out of the DH role and put Rice in if you want to get Goldie at first. Or put Goldie at DH so you get Ben Rice defensive first base reps, which he's been improving at steadily. But I really just don't know why Grichuk is getting at bats.
WRC plus.
That's just absurd. He got his first
set.
hit last night.
Yeah,
Mr.
but,
Low Leverage.
He has a minus whatever on the. He has a minus 33 WRC plus on the season so far. Just saying.
Sweet.
That's not good. Those are Oswald Peraza numbers, who, by the way, just torched us last night. Because of fucking course he did. Anyway.
That was obvious.
I think the point is, like, we should... Like, I understand people who are like, Caballero sucks, McMahon sucks. Like, I think Caballero's a bench guy. Like, I'm not going to flame him too hard. Like, he's starting because Volpe's hurt. Like, obviously it sucks because Volpe also plays like a bench guy most of the time. But he's not meant to be starting on this team. Ryan McMahon has been awful. Like, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Like, every time he comes up to the plate, it hurts me to watch. Like, it genuinely is one of the more painful at-bats I've ever seen in baseball, watching Ryan McMahon hit right now. So that's valid. But the reason we're losing these games is that our, like, 3, 4, and 5 guys are not playing well. And if not for Trent, Judge, and Rice, who, like, were basically our entire offense on the Angels game, the one game that we've won over these last couple days, like, we'd be fucked. We would be on like an 8-game losing streak or something, a 7-game.
Yeah, 8, I think.
No, it would be 8 because we would have lost that game. So yeah, blame the guys that are actually supposed to be good hitters for not hitting well, not the guys that are supposed to be bad hitters and are hitting bad.
Yeah, I totally agree. I really don't have anything else to add. And also, like, Ben Rice has been the best hitter in baseball. Like, they've gotten bailed out by Ben Rice just getting on base every single time he gets up to the plate. Like, he's just been on an unbelievable tear, which, by the way, we sat in these chairs and told you Ben Rice is going to be better than even you think he is. And lo and behold, until another Yankees legend, Gary Sanchez, took his place. He was the MLB leader in OPS until very recently.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, he's up there with the likes of Yordan Alvarez in his hard hit rates and his barrels, and that is just incredible company to be in. Because did you see that Yordan stat the other day? It's like nobody has more home runs against left-handed pitchers than Yordan, except for like Barry Bonds or something like that.
Yeah,
like, it's just ridiculous. He's so
on my
good,
fantasy
dude.
team, by the way.
Yeah, he's nuts. Just one more thing on the offense. So they actually haven't been as good against hard pitches this year as they were last year. Particularly four-seamers, they've been really, really bad. So runs above average per 100 pitches. In 2025, they were 0.45, and in 2026, they are negative 0.48. So that is a huge drop. They're also struggling against cutters. In that same stat, runs above average per 100 pitches. They went from 1.83 runs to 0.15 runs above average in 2026. Their stuff against the off speed and breaking pitches has actually gotten a lot better. They've gone from like 10 to 15 in that runs above average stat to like top 10 to 5. Against curveballs, they're actually top 3 right now. But you got to start hitting
I think it's because they're not as aggressive. Like, these four-seam meatballs, they're letting go by.
Exactly. And that's what I was just about to say. Like, they are being less aggressive. They're not hitting the hard stuff. And that's what they did. That's what they were known for last year. Like, they just destroyed fastballs. You couldn't throw a fastball to this team. And now they're just letting them go by for absolutely no reason at all. Stop. Like, swing the bat. It is just genuinely infuriating. And like I think Ryan Garcia said this too. Like, what is the difference between striking out, looking, and whiffing? Like, you're at least you're giving yourself a chance if you're striking out whiffing.
Yeah, I would tend to agree. So I think we can move on to pitching with this segue. Angel Shivili has just been called up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, as of like 2 minutes ago.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Confirmed true by X.com
A A
Patriots, the New York
AP
Yankees.
AP talks to people. If you're listening,
I've I've
this is
already
your
added
episode.
him.
This is your episode. Ryan McMahon and Angel Chivilli is getting called up.
The Shivili clan.
Chivilli clan.
So we can talk about him a little bit. We don't
Yeah.
have anything prepared for him, obviously, because we did not know he was going to get called up in the middle of the
Did
episode.
somebody get sent down?
But hmm?
Did somebody get sent down? Or do they have space?
I don't know, because they called up Yeri
Yeah.
as well. So we'll see. Maybe there'll probably be a corresponding move there. But regardless, let's talk about the pitching. The pitching has definitely been less of a problem than the offense has been, but it's not been good. I mean, like yesterday we gave up 7 runs. Ryan Weathers gave up 4 homers, including did he give up the home run to Oswald Peraza? He did, right?
I think so. Other than that, he did other than those 4 pitches, which by the way were all fastballs low in the zone. So, again, stop that. Do not do that. Other than that,
other than the play, other than the shooting, how was the play, Mrs. Lincoln? But regardless,
but the play was good.
I don't know, like
10 strikeouts.
Play was good, I guess. 10 strikeouts in not that many innings, but the Angels love to strike out.
Up until
Up until her husband got shot. So obviously Cam Schlittler's been great. He walked his first batter, so we should probably DFA him or send him to AAA. Just kidding. He's still awesome. He hasn't had like truly elite starts his last 2 times. He went like 5 innings, 3 earned runs both times. But like, that happens. It's baseball. You can't go 10 innings every time. But he's still striking out close to 40% of hitters. He doesn't walk anybody. He has great expected numbers. He's a .5 FIP even after giving up some runs. I don't think he's allowed a home run yet.
So,
right?
No, and
no, Yandy took him deep, didn't he?
Maybe.
I might be misremembering.
Hold on.
But
Cam Schlittler's FIP is .53. And he's the MLB leader. Do you have a guess at Braxton Ashcraft, who is number 2's FIP?
Like 1.5?
1.69. A 1.13 or 1.16 difference in FIP and xFIP too. Jesus Luzardo is number 2, 1.65. Cam's xFIP is 1.36.
Jesus Luzardo should use his xFIP to stop hitters from scoring runs off of him because he's had problems with that so far.
He should in fact do that. Let's see.
But either way, Schlittler's been our only like excellent starter over the bad stretch. Fried has been I'd say Fried's also been pretty excellent, even though his like maybe underlying stuff isn't as nearly as good as Schlittler's. But so Schlittler and Fried, like obviously, I expect both of them to be excellent at this point. Will Warren had like kind of a weird start against the Angels. Like everything seemed to be going pretty well until that inning got out of hand where he got pulled. But that inning would have been over with a 1-2-3 if Cabby didn't make a pretty stupid error. Like that was a really embarrassing one.
Also,
so
I'm not going to read into Will Warren too much because in when it matters, he's going to be the 5 starter. If that, like, this is someone who's a 3 starter on a lot of teams, and I feel like he just gets a lot of hate, and I'm
not hating, just like it was it was an unfortunate game.
It was bad, but like, and obviously like he's not the 5 starter right now, and I want him to be better, but like I feel like people just need to temper their expectations a little bit. Like this is a 4 or 5 starter who's his entire time more or less has been thrust into like a 3-4 role when he really isn't like that. Like the 3rd time through the rotation has always been a problem for him. Like he's just I think the dreams of him being like a it might even be worth like it might even end up a thing where he ends up in the bullpen, like with because when you come back, you have at full strength, it's Garrett Cole, Max Fried, Carlos Rodon, Cam Schlittler, and then like I mean, you could even like that five starter is questionably Will Warren, Ryan Weathers, maybe Carlos Legrand. I really don't think Will Warren's gonna or Luis Gil's gonna be on this team by the end of the year. So I mean, like it could end up being a thing where Will Warren is going to be in the bullpen, and he almost certainly is going to be in the bullpen in the playoffs. And I would like to see that. And we've talked about this before. Like that pitch to Vladdy that he made was actually like a really good pitch. Vladdy just was on fire that entire series and hit it out of the park. But it would be great to see someone with the strikeout stuff of Will Warren in the bullpen, or even just in like a true five starter role where there's not as much pressure on him. Because I do agree, he hasn't
For
been
what it's
great,
worth,
but
Will Warren has a 2.5 ERA. Like he hasn't been the mega problem in
yeah,
this.
nobody really
Like
has. Like none of the
he's
starters
been
have.
fine. I would Luis Gil, who we'll get to in a
Okay,
minute, looks kind of cooked,
yeah,
and he will
well,
be making more starts. Like
I literally
we
like
had a
don't even
weird
count him
schedule.
in the rotation, and I
You
should
need
at
to
this
count him
point.
in the
I know,
rotation. He
I
will
need
be
to. Yeah,
pitching
he's pitching
at
today.
least like a month.
Yeah,
You can't just ignore it. Like the Yankees got totally bailed that their early schedule allowed them to have a four-man rotation. We didn't have
yeah,
to deal with Luis Gil, but those days are over. So the bullpen has been kind of a problem. Let's be honest.
yeah.
Uh, Bednar's velo's down, not good. His results have been pretty bad. Like, what does he have? Like, he has like a 10 ERA, or sorry, not what is it? What's his ERA in the season? No, he has a 5.4 on the season, which reliever ERA, whatever, it's fake. I know. His FIP is decent. He has a 2.5 FIP. He has an xFIP of 3.4, which is like okay, but you'd want to be a lot better than that for a closer. I'm not on the concerned meter. I'm at like a 5.
The
It's
the
definitely
Suzanne
there's a little bit
Collins
of
meter of
concern.
concern.
Yeah, there's a little bit of concern, but not anywhere near a ton. But he is like he's not getting a lot of strikeouts and he's giving up a decent amount of walks. Like it's okay if you're walking people as a reliever as long as you're getting a ton of strikeouts. But the real killer for the Yankees bullpen has just been we're not getting any strikeouts. Like what do
Yeah,
you think all the like I'm gonna filter by after the losing streak has started and then I'm gonna look at strikeout rate. Like how many people on the Yankees, how many relievers, let's say, have a strikeout rate above 30%, which is like the elite territory?
I'm gonna say like one.
Yeah, David Bednar is at 30% over this
Yeah,
stretch. How many people do you think are above 20%? Which is like, if you're not above 20%, that's really bad.
two.
Including Bednar, it is two. Jake Bird has a 25%, and Bednar has a 30%. But
Oh my
everyone
god,
else cannot strike people out for the life of them. Uh,
the relievers
it's
have a
getting to the point where
five
I'm like a
point
little
eight
worried.
seven. The relievers have a 5.87 K9 over this stretch, dude.
Yeah, that's really bad.
That's
Fernando Cruz, for some reason, is not striking people out, which, you know, to preface all of this, strikeout rate over a small sample size is a little fake. Like, sometimes people just put the ball in play. And over the same stretch of time where they're not striking people out, they have really absurd BABIPs. Like BABIP meaning batting average and balls in play, and if like the league average for if you put a ball in play, it'll be a hit maybe like 30% of the time. And a lot of these guys have BABIPs close to like 400. Like Brent Hedrick is sitting at 400, Paul Blackburn like 370, Fernando Cruz 333, Jake Bird is at 625. Like a lot of this stuff is bad luck, but
yeah,
you're kind of setting yourself up to have bad luck by not striking people out, and the relievers just can't do it right now. Even Camilo Doval, like 12.5% strikeout rate over this time. I will say, 0 walks for Camilo Doval over our
really.
bad stretch here.
Wow.
Uh, but he got touched up. Like it's not like he's been elite over this stretch. He's an
Mm-hmm.
ERA close to 7. So I don't know. I'm not. It's not good. Is all I'll say on the matter. More.
So I will say, I think the problem so far on Fernando Cruz people aren't swinging at his splitter as much. Just from what I'm seeing on Fangraphs right now, the Z swing. Oh no, it's okay. Here it is. The O swing, so the outside of swing percentage on Fernando Cruz's splitter has gone from 38.4 in 2025 to 25% in 2026. The overall swing percentage is down from 50.3 to 41.7. So like that is a concern. Like people, because obviously like with splitters, like it could just be a thing where it's like they're just not swinging at it and they're just waiting for a fastball, and that could be a problem. Like if he's not, I'm trying to find. Okay, so and like the zone rate on his splitter is in the 30s, and so like 70% of the time hitters can just not swing, and that's fine. And that is a problem to me, especially because the problem is not that he's like getting battered around or whatever. Like they're just taking it and walking a lot. They're walking a lot off Fernando Cruz, and he has right now first percentile walk rates. It's a 25% walk. Oh, he's walking 1/4 of the batters he's faced, which is small samples, but like
Yeah.
that's absurd.
I mean, if you like, you're not gonna hit the splitter. Like
Yeah,
Fernando, I feel like the book might be out. Just don't swing, bro.
yeah.
You're not
That's what
gonna
I'm
hit
saying.
it.
Like,
Just don't swing.
and I remember like I remember he was having problems later in the year last year too, and I feel like this could have been a thing. Like if he's hitting the zone 30% of the time, I'm sure hitting coaches are just probably saying like, just sit the fastball, man. Just wait. Like and even if you take a couple fastballs looking, like the likelihood of working a walk is high, especially because he throws that. Like in a 3-2 count, he's probably throwing that splitter.
Yeah. I don't know. We saw
So
him walking a run. Didn't that was him, right? We saw him walking a run on a
yeah,
splitter to Zach Neto.
yeah,
So like, I think last year they probably chased that, but if you know if you probably know he's gonna throw a splitter, it probably is not gonna be in the zone. If he does throw a splitter, I'm gonna whiff at it and strike out and end this inning with the bases loaded. Like, might as well just gamble on it, honestly. But also,
yeah,
Fernando can now adjust back to that if he can command the splitter enough to throw it in zone, which again also has its problems because they might start hitting it if he doesn't
yeah.
throw it out of the zone. But we could talk a little bit about
Actually,
Luis
I will say
Heel.
real fast. I just want to say the splitter is legitimately unhittable. Like it has like
Yeah,
I think Yankees stats maybe, or maybe Yankees source. Forgive me for the credit. Was tweeting about this the other day. It's got like the best whiff rates in baseball since 2025. Like you cannot hit this pitch, and his 99th percentile whiff rates back that up. It's just that he's throwing it out of the zone. So like if they can work on that, like just get it up to where he's throwing it in the zone maybe half the time instead of a third of the time, because he does throw this split pitch. He throws the splitter almost 60% of the time. So it is easy to figure out when that pitch is simply not hitting the zone. Like we've talked about this with Doval as well. Like that one crazy pitch that turned
yeah,
I want to say it was Bader like literally off his feet. That was a ball. Just don't swing. People
easier
said
said than done.
people said the same thing about Mr. Oskey last year, and later in the year he started having walk issues. Like it's I I feel like that's kind of the thing with splitters is just, and it's obviously easier said than done, but like just take them.
Yeah. Anyway, Luis Heel will start today. He
Yeah,
has thrown one major league start and it didn't go particularly well. There is some things to be like, I want to say excited about, but he is throwing a sinker now. It's just a new pitch. Like 2024, he was literally just a three pitch guy. Like he never threw anything else.
mm-hmm.
But now he's thrown in the sinker along with his four seam slider and changeup. But his other pitches are still not very good. His four seamer, although I assume it's better velo wise. Nope, actually exactly the same. Exactly the same average velo as last year, and still like nearly 2 miles per hour slower than what he was throwing it in 2024. So his velo is not back. At this point, I mean, the sinker had like some good results in spring training, but in the minors it wasn't even effective, so it doesn't exactly inspire confidence. that it's going to be effective in the majors. So I don't know. I'm out on Luis Heel at this point, and whatever he gives me, I guess, is a positive.
Yeah, I'm fully out, and especially with Legrand is also adding a sinker, by the way, which is effective in the minor leagues, and it's just like this type of pitcher simply doesn't succeed in Major League Baseball anymore. And like I appreciate what Luis Heel did in 2024, but if you don't have velo, you need a big deep pitch mix, and he doesn't have either one of those. And like like you said, he had a BABIP in the 100s, and you still can't get anything done. Like it's just at a certain point, I think they've tried everything. Like they've tried different release points. They're adding new pitches. They like unless he can find his velocity again, it's over. And
Yeah. I
uh,
mean, even like velocity isn't everything, but for Luis Heel, it seems like it maybe is everything.
I think it was
And
just like the
like,
velocity added a lot of deceptiveness to the fastball, and it's not there anymore. And now it's just
yeah, but his other pitches suck too. Like his changeup and
yeah,
his slider, like are just mega poop now. But maybe the fastball was kind of covering up for that. But I don't even think that's true. Like his best pitches in 2024 by far were his breaking pitches. Like that's what made him elite. But it's Jover. Maybe Luis Heel can turn around, but like anyone at any time can change something meaningful and become better. But until then, I'm not gonna hold my breath, as we've been saying for the last, I don't know, 4 weeks,
months.
year.
Ever, I'll believe it when I see it at this point. And like if Carlos Legrand keeps pitching well in AAA, I'm gonna say the calls to call him up are gonna get louder, but I'm saying that because I am gonna be the one who's calling him louder and louder to be brought up because there's just no reason. I'm sorry, we're already playing this game where we're like losing games in April, dude. Like the Orioles are catching up on us. The Rays are doing this devil magic bullshittery. I can't stand it. I hate the trop. I'm not gonna get on that. The Blue Jays aren't going to be injured and decrepit forever. The Red Sox might actually be bad. But the Blue Jays are going to start winning games at some point, and the Orioles do look dangerous. Start fucking winning, dude. Like it would be nice to go into June with a 10-game cushion, so that way, if you do hit another ice, which on that point, if we hit a June swoon after an April swoon, it's over. This is 2023 all over again. But like go into June with a 10-game cushion. Go into July with like maintaining it. Like why does it have to be where we're running down the division every September? Like let's go into September with a 10-game lead. And then let's rest our guys. And then let's throw Randall Grichuk out there to see what he can do. Like we got to win games now. These are the games that are important to win. If there are games that you should be taking seriously, it's probably at the end when you know everyone else is dead and buried. And the only way to create that space where you have more room to do that is to win games now. And yeah, when everyone else is bad, you should be taking advantage of it. You shouldn't be letting almost 50% of your in zone shadow pitches go by. Like there's no reason for that. You can't. I'm sorry. I want to deploy Ben Rice at the most opportune time. The most opportune time to deploy Ben Rice is all the time. He's the best hitter in baseball right now. Play him. Stop playing Randall Grichuk. Sit Giancarlo Stanton. He's a big boy. He's been around for a while. He probably needs it. Sorry, where did this
Yeah.
even start? Luis Heel and Carlos Legrand.
We need Garrett Cole back. I
Yeah,
hope he comes back soon. Pitching, but like let's not get distracted by the fact that this is
yeah,
not really a pitching problem. This is an offense problem.
yeah.
And honestly, that makes me, in the grand scheme of things, feel a little better
It
because
does.
our pitchers are worse than our hitters.
Yeah,
So if our hitters start playing up to their baseball cards, which I think pretty much everybody will, like there's nobody in the lineup besides like I was never a big Bellinger fan,
yeah.
but even I like a Bellinger. I don't want to say I'm a hater, but a Bellinger not believer. Think that he'll be a lot better than he has been. So We just got to get back up to being decent. And
Hmm.
if we get the offense going, I think the pitching, despite obviously having holes, will be fine. Like Luis Heel, even in the state he is in now, is far better than Cookie Carrasco and Marcus Stroman.
Yeah, without a doubt,
So we can live with this.
we can. And I do think Ryan Weathers is going to continue to get better. And like again, like him giving up 4 straight home runs on low fastballs in the zone is a very easily correctable problem. And in a start where he still went out and pitched multiple innings and got 10 strikeouts, like when you hear, oh my God, Ryan Weathers started back to back to back home runs, like you're like, oh, he was out by the second. Like it turned into a fine, like, by the way, he's the only pitcher. I saw some stat. He's gone through 4 starts with 0 runs of support. Like
Yeah.
that's insane. Like, yeah, 4 runs isn't great, isn't good from a starter by any means, but like the greatest offense in the sport should be able to compensate for that. You should be able to give your pitchers some breathing room. Start swinging the fucking bat at fastballs specifically.
Anyway, I think we can wrap it there.
Yeah, I think
Hopefully
so
the
too.
Yankees will win today. They probably won't.
Let's do.
Another example of the Yankees failing to have a good stretch when the Mets are fucking it. Like,
Yeah.
this is 2 years in a row now where both teams are bad at the same time, and I can't dunk on any of my Mets fan friends. So thanks for that. I will never experience the joy of dunking on these people.
Before we finish, Kyle, give me your prediction for the Angels series the rest of the way. 1-1,
Your
two
two
and
games
0,
left in
0
the
and
Angels
2.
series, we gotta at least win one of them. I'm going. Fuck it. I'm going positive mode. We win both of these games. The offense remembers to how to play baseball.
Yeah, I'm also going 2-0. We got Luis Heel on the bump tonight, but I'm predicting a big offensive night. And then tomorrow,
Please.
Max Fried on the bump, the stopgap, will win the series. We'll be back on track to face our tiny little sons, the Royals, who we will come back on maybe on Friday with a Royals episode. There are some crazy stats about the Yankees and the Royals in the 2020s. We have owned them to an unbelievable degree. So
Yeah. If we should like if I was Hal Steinbrenner, I would spend like $1 million bribing the schedule makers, whoever does that for MLB, into making sure that at least once every like 3 or 4 series we get an AL Central team just to right the ship. Like
yeah,
if we're ever going bad, we get an AL Central team, we whoop them of course, and then we get back to winning against real teams.
just like it's like the Anthony Volpe cortisol shots. Like we need a little bump at AL Central.
Yes, exactly. Anyway,
Oh,
I think we can wrap it up there. Please
what,
remember, like,
one,
subscribe.
one
One
more
more
thing.
thing.
Sorry. River Ave radio darling Jake Bird was sent down. Jake, we're rooting for you, man. Fix it up. Stop throwing meatball sweepers to maybe the greatest hitter of our generation.
Yeah, I mean
One of
Jake
the greatest.
Bird is literally the best guy at throwing strikes in the league, but he was too good at throwing strikes, and he was only doing it with his sweeper. So he unfortunately could not. There's a common meme in our group chat, like it's the Dwayne the Rock Johnson like sticking his hand out like that gif, and it's like Jake Bird using his stuff plus to stop Mike Trout from hitting the seventh sweeper in the middle of the zone for a home run. So yeah, that's it's not great. But he'll be back. I'm
He
still a
will.
Jake Bird believer.
Yep.
I was shocked that they sent him down. I think it's just because they've been using him so much and he has
Yeah.
options, and they want to get a fresh bullpen arm up because they've been really leaning on the bullpen. Like they've had to use so many relievers this early because none
Hmm.
of our starters besides Schlittler or Fried are giving us any length, which again not good. So I don't know.
Yeah. That
Anything
is something
else?
I'd like. That yeah. I think just wrapping up like that's something I want to see. I want to see less of the bullpen. David Bednar's been out there a lot. Jake Bird obviously has been out there a lot. Brent Hedrick has been out there, or Brent Hedrick has been out there like
Uh,
it feels like every single game. So that's oh my god. And Luis Hill is pitching tonight, dude. Oh my god. Starting tomorrow, I would like to see some length out of the starters. And for tonight, To my relievers, if any of you are listening, strap up.
Lock in.
Please subscribe. Please download. We'll be back probably on Friday for a Royals preview episode. No, it's been a little bit. Kyle and I have been a little busy dealing with our friends and family and all that stuff, and other important things besides this. Yeah, jobs. But we are dedicated to you, and we are going to be back later this week with an episode. So, like, comment, subscribe, all that other stuff. We will talk to you soon.
See you later.